Okay, somehow my video stopped recording, so I'm going to have to explain a few things with you. So you'll see that there's some things that are finished here that I haven't explained yet. Okay, so the last thing I noticed is that we actually put all these things together. Next, you have a series of other items. Organza ribbon, this ribbon, this. And what we're going to do is those are going to go on top. Oh yeah, and some beads. Hopefully I don't forget anything. I think I'm going to use this ribbon here, this lace. I'm going to use it to actually wrap around everything that I'm going to use. Okay. Basically, you put everything in the order that you'd like them to be and just run them across. Let's see. Then you just knot them. And I gently knot them. And then it's just gently because I'm going to still kind of adjust them around the way I might want to put them. I've shown you different ways of doing this, and there are different ways of doing this. Sometimes I'll glue them on top of each other, and other times I'll do it this way. So when you do it this way, you can hold on. I leave it kind of loose, open, and then I adjust them in the order that I want them to be. Now, not only that, but I also look at the bottom. So right now, all these pearls, I kind of want the pearls on top, and the pearls are all very close to the same length. I don't like things the same length. It's just not part of my tattered type design. I like them to be different lengths. So I want some of these to go really long, and I want a few short ones on top. So what I do is I pull it that way. So this is long now on the bottom, and then here I have some short ones on top. And you can do that with all of your things. And this one's going to be the first one on top. And then I think I will, next will be the pink. This pink. I like this. This is a velvet ribbon. And I'm just kind of shaping it the directions I want. You can still have, you'll have an opportunity to do that later also. And so now also the lengths. Do you want them all both the same length? This particular one, I think I do want them both the same length, and you'll see why later. And this one here, I think I'm going to vary the length a little bit, as well as with this one. I'm going to vary the length because I want it to be all the way down, and then I want a short one here. Okay, now I'm going to tie this a little snugger, and then I'm going to make sure they're in the order that I want them. Right now what I see is that this one right here, they're all facing, it's not facing forward, so I'll kind of turn it so that it faces forward. There you go. And that's really the one that matters, that and this one, but that won't matter. Let's see, so that's the most important one, to make sure it's facing forward. And again, later on you'll still be able to adjust it if you need to. And now I just got this lace and I tightened it really tight, and that kind of keeps everything together. So you set it up in the order that you want, and I actually want the beads to be what's in one of the things in front. Okay. And this section is going to go right on, so all of this is in the back, and then this is going to go on top of it like that. See, you're making your tassel thicker and fuller. So right here, now that I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and glue that on top, but first I'm going to look at this. Say, is this how I want it to look? And I can clearly see that this is dominating, and this one you can't see at all. So I just adjust it around. You don't really have to even adjust it. You can just leave it and you're going to see it'll still look beautiful. But I like to adjust them. because my goal when I do things are that the colors that I'm using, there's a reason why I'm using them, because they bring out the colors that I want in my projects. Next, let's go ahead and take that piece that you put together. And again, I'm going to grab these beads because I want them to be in front. Make sure they're in front. And we are just going to glue them right on top of this knot. And so I'm going to leave it, make sure that it's kind of wide and dropped down and kind of big. And I'm going to put a generous amount of glue. Okay. I think I didn't show you this part because it didn't record earlier, so I'll show you this part. You will have a piece of, this is actually a tablecloth, a vintage tablecloth that I loved the texture, and I actually did a very light tea dye on it because it was a lot whiter and I wanted it to look creamy. So what I want you to do is I want you to cut this into 7 inches, and you'll probably end up with around 9 of them if you cut them into 7 inches. 7 inches each, okay? Just cut it and just use a ruler to cut it because it'll be about 9 or 10. And then I took a few of these off because, like I said, it didn't record. Is that we are going to be attaching it to our wreath. You can see I've already attached 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I'll show you the pattern I used to attach it. Okay, the pattern I used is that I put 1 and then I counted after I put 1 right between, you know, where we put 2 in a row, 2 of the same fabric. We put 2 of this fabric in a row, and then we, you know, added a pink right in the middle of that. Then I counted 3 pink. 1, 2, 3. I count the pink because they're easier to see. 3, and then I put 1 right here. Then I count 1, 2, 3 pinks, and I put another one right here in between. And all you do is, instead of lark setting it on, you just do it like the first time, like the first part of tying a shoe, and just attach it on like that. And it should stay together well. Then you count again, 1, 2, 3, and you do the same thing. And I want this to be on the top, what's seen. And I have one more, and I just decided that 1, 2, 3 to place it around here. Now realize that anything near the tip here of the heart, it's not going to be seen very much. So there you go. And it's just following a pattern. It's just adding another element of my tattered, kind of messy look to my heart. And over here we attached the tassel. Look how beautiful that looks. Isn't that beautiful? One of the other things we'll do is now we're going to take out a lot of the other embellishments that you have. And I actually have a bag here with a lot of embellishments. I don't know if I have all of the ones I put in your bags yet, but I tried to put most of them in mine. And I like to start with the large flowers first, and then I go around, I work around the large flowers. So I decide where I want to put them. So here I decided I wanted to put the cream here and the pink here. Now I'm not sure, I think I might switch it up this time and see how you like it. Do you like the differences? And then you can make a choice yourself. So when I give you these right here, these flowers, you need to fluff them up. They've kind of been all squished together in a box. So I would fluff them up. Just, you know, separate all the pieces until, you know, it gets a little fluffy. But it looks beautiful. It doesn't matter what you do to it. It's just a flower. And I did not make this flower. I actually purchased it. And what I'm doing with this kit is I'm actually using a lot of the items that I have in my boutique. So now that I'm looking at this, I forgot to mention something else. Okay, one more thing. The last thing I placed on top of the tassel was I have these dangles hanging here. I've gotten strings everywhere now from other projects actually. And I placed these here. You'll have all of these things inside of your kit. But one of the things is I don't really like how this one with the wire is working. I feel like it's sticking, like everything's sticking to it, like everything's getting tangled into it. So I don't think I'm going to put this here. Instead, I'm going to use all of this type. Okay, so that's going to be a different, and you can still put this here, because if you're going to put this on a wall, everything's just going to be lying there. So it looks really pretty. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, I'm not sure how many I actually put in your kit. I think it was either 4 or 5, but you just go ahead and gather them together. And these are a type of a embellishment that just do have their own mind. They just kind of move around, and I'm going to use 4, but you may have 5 in your kit. I'm not sure. So I didn't make my kit exactly like yours because I was just putting leftover stuff in my bin. But so realize that this is going to be here, and then this will be on top of it. So you can actually go pretty low, but you want to make sure that you grab all of these and think about where you're going to glue it. So this is going to go glued here on top of that knot, not up here, on top of this knot, because that will drop it down and give you more fullness, or more space. This is just my design. So this one right here is I'm going to meet them all up. There we go. And I want them to show. I'm going to cover up most of that fishing line, and then just the pearls and the flowers are going to show. Okay, I'm going to put a little dab of glue just to attach them gently. Okay, and you put them, see, they just start doing their own thing, and they give everything their own beauty. And these I do have in my my store, my boutique, and I still can actually purchase more. They have more of these. So sometimes some of the things close out, and they only have a few, and if I don't know that people are going to like them, I won't buy a lot of them.